Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man, and as always, I thank you for coming to my channel. And today I'm going to dedicate this video to parents that are looking to purchase, I guess, a pet for their children. And I'm going to kind of go into, what I've had, or should I say what I've had recently over the last year or two. And as you can see, it's a guinea pig. His name is Mr. S. Originally, I named him Sandy, because when I went to the pet store in search of a female guinea pig for my other guinea pig as a companion, I was told that this was a female. And when I got it home, it's a male. So the lady that sold it to me lied, because she knew that this animal was not a female. And how you can quickly tell that they're female, or actually should I say male, is you can see the testicles. I mean, they got really huge testicles. And what's interesting, when I went to the store before, when I purchased one, I told the lady what I was looking for. I said I need another female guinea pig for my other female guinea pig for a companion. So I told her, I stressed, I don't want a male, just give me a female. And then I looked in the cages, one left. She said it's a female, because I couldn't see the undercarriage. So I found it interesting what she did, because 99% of the time when you go to buy an animal like this, they let you hold the animal so you can kind of get a quick bond before they put him in a little box so you can take him away. And she took him straight from the cage and put him straight in the box. So I noticed that. I was like, what's up with that? And then when I got home, I realized what was up with that. I got a male, And like I said, it's quite obvious to tell males, because the testicles are real big, So I was kind of pissed about that, because I'm like, I don't want any babies. The reason why I'm doing this video is, you live and learn. You might have an opinion on one thing, and, like in 5 years earlier, and then 5 years later, you have a different opinion because you've been exposed to it. And my first impression of guinea pigs was very good pets to have, because they're very docile. They're not hostile. They don't bite. They don't scratch, which they don't. But after having, several of them for over a year and a half, my opinion has kind of changed, because I really look at them now as very high maintenance animals. And the reason being is, I used to think, because I've had just about any animal you can think of: cats, dogs, squirrels, turtles, snakes, lizards, birds, you name it, I've had it. And I used to think that cats were the greediest animals on the planet. Because, cats love following you to the kitchen. When they hear that refrigerator door open, here they come. But guinea pigs, once I've been introduced to them, cats ain't got nothing on them. These things want to eat 24 hours a day. And the problem with that is they rarely ever sleep. But the beagle, which is a dog, I was watching the news about a week ago, and they had a story on this animal. It's quite interesting. They said that beagles, and I'm not quite sure if this applies to all dogs, but they don't have that mechanism in the brain like most animals, that when you eat, a signal is sent to the brain from the stomach saying, I'm full, push away from the table. So you can just literally keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them, and they just bazzoon up, gain a lot of weight. And I believe the guinea pigs are the same, because they are just eat, and more eating, and eating, and more eating. And one thing I realized was when I got them home, and this took about maybe 2 to 3 weeks, which each and every one of them, because it's a learned behavior, or I think it's instinctual, and then eventually it's triggered, because I had them in the cage in the living room, and then one day, like 2 weeks after having them, open up my refrigerator door, I'm like, what the hell is that? And they just squeaking, and from that point on, as soon as that refrigerator door crack open, or rattling of a bag, they just go. And they got such a loud, annoying, high-pitched squeak, because I've had hamsters, and hamsters don't make any noises, but these things, I put them in the back room. I'm like, okay, maybe I need to put them back further so they don't hit that refrigerator. Should I put them back there, open that door? And when one of my guinea pigs had babies, it was just, I had to get rid of them, because they were so loud in the middle of the night that I had to put them in the other room, like in a closet, for about a couple of days till I got rid of them, because they were very, very loud. So if I had to be asked that question now, would they make a good pet? I would say no, unless you're kind of ready for the task of very high maintenance animals, because again, they want to eat all day, And then they want to crap all day. And, I mean, I had to literally clean their cage 2 to 3 times a day because I don't like that build up in there. You know, I don't like to come in here and see all that in that cage. So, you know, be prepared to take that cage out at least twice. I usually take mine out 3 times to sometimes 4 times a day. That's a lot of paper lining that I put in the cage. But I thought I would post this video for anybody that's, you know, contemplating, maybe I should get some guinea pigs for my kids. Maybe you might want to think twice, because after I get rid of him, I'm going to actually invest in some very low maintenance creatures, some fish. And give me a nice big aquarium with some real big exotic fish and call it a day, as opposed to a feeding call every 10 minutes the entire day for these animals. You know, don't get me wrong, I love animals and I treat all animals I had with, you know, tender love and care, but it's gotten to the point that they're very, I guess, overbearing as far as the maintenance of these animals. Because again, you know, I'm up late working on music projects, and I walk speaking in that other room, and he wide awake. And then when he see me, he go into his begging stance. You know, so you might want to think twice about them if you don't think that you're up for that task. Because here's another thing. I tend to notice this. I got a big feeding bowl for him, and it's pretty tall, you know. And he literally had to kind of lean in and get the food. And I start to notice once the food, you know, start to, you know, deplenish in the tray, I see feces in there. I'm like, how did that get in there? Because the bowl is too tall for him to take a dunk in there, and I've never seen him do that. And I'm thinking that perhaps, you know, when he's in the cage and he kind of lays down and gets some of it on his undercoat, that he, you know, when he leans into the bowl, it falls in. But I start to notice this feces in the bowl every single day. So I'm like, what are the chances of that happening every single day? So one day I just really watched him, because I'm like, I'm really mystified. How is this feces getting in the bowl, in the feed bowl? So one day I took a glance at him. I'm like, I know I'm not seeing what I think I'm seeing. And I look up and I think he got feces in his mouth. I'm like, he's transporting the feces from the cage into the bowl. And one day it was confirmed that they pick up this feces and keep it in their mouth for a long time. I think they swallow and regurgitate it, because one day I was holding him and I had a hole in my shirt, my t-shirt, from where he had bit into the t-shirt, nibbling on it. And I look up, he's trying to deposit feces from his mouth into the hole of the shirt. I'm like, hell no. You know, pardon the expression, pardon my French. I'm like, so that's confirmed now that he's eating it, regurgitating it, and putting it in the bowl. Now, why he's putting it in the bowl, I don't know why, because he's the only one in the cage, so it's not like he's trying to, you know, contaminate the food and kind of throw off or piss off the other rats, because there's only him in the cage. So I really don't know why that he does that. But I'm gonna wrap this video up. I just thought I would kind of give a summary on my experience with these animals, and if you're in the, you know, in the market of perhaps purchasing one, you might want to think twice, so at least you got some extra added information to go with when you go to purchase them. But you know, they're just a handful. I mean, they're not like cats, because, you know, you put a bowl out for the cat, he'll eat it, and when he's done, he'll go away. You know, he's not every 10 minutes asking for more food and just stuffing himself. You know, again, I thought cats were the greediest animals on the planet. Guinea pigs got them beat big time. I mean, these things, again, want to eat all day long, crap all day long. You know, and you got to clean that cage, you got to hear all that whining. You know, but, you know, it is what it is. Till next time, take care.